Yep.
Commissioner Hall is absent. Commissioner Rowe?
Yep.
Commissioner Stillion?
I think here.
Commissioner Brianza?
Here.
All right. I assume everybody got a copy of the minutes from the last meeting. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second that.
Motion made and seconded to approve the minutes from the last meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? And it's a vote. We'll start with the public hearings. Number 883, to establish no parking Monday through Friday, 8 AM to 5 PM on Astor Street between the rear driveway of 29 Bennett Street westward to the telephone pole before 69 Astor Street. Is there anyone here to speak in favor? Is there anyone here to speak in favor? Is there anyone here to speak in favor of that petition? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the hearing. Is there anyone here to speak in opposition? Anyone here to speak in opposition? Is there anyone here to speak in opposition? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the hearing. What are the wishes of the board?
Do we have any correspondence on that?
I know I received an email on it.
I believe I will receive your information.
That was a constituent?
That was from the business down there trying to get the trucks into the rear of ERC Wiping. Yeah, that was from me. I got correspondence from, I believe it was ERC Wiping on Bennett Street, that they were having difficulties getting their trucks into their loading area in the back, so. I also spoke to the resident that lives right next to that, and he said he had no problem, he never parks there anyway, so.
I'll make a motion to approve number 883.
I second.
Motion made and seconded to approve no parking Monday to Friday from 8 AM to 5 PM on Astor Street between the rear driveway of 29 Bennett Street westward to the telephone pole before 69 Astor Street. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? And it's a vote. Number 884, the Central Business District, to give the parking director authority to implement metered parking in the Central Business District. Is there anyone here to speak in favor? Is there anyone here to speak in favor? Is there anyone here to speak in favor of that petition? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the hearing. Is there anyone here to speak in opposition? Anyone here to speak in opposition? Is there anyone here to speak in opposition? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the hearing. What are the wishes of the board?
Basically, this would be in line with other communities, and I don't know if I can actually make the motion to make the director, or...
I don't know, probably.
I'll make the motion for you. I'll make a
Motion made, is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded to give the parking director the authority to implement metered parking in the Central Business District. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? And it's a vote. All right, under new business, number 885, Bond Street. Establish a one-way on Bond Street from the intersection of Pleasant Street to the intersection of Church Street from 7:15 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. and from 1:15 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. And I can tell you that that was a request that was made to me because of the Washington School, that and actually the next one, Church Street too, so that during arrival and dismissal times, there'll be one way going from Pleasant to Neptune Boulevard.
The only thing I see from a parking standpoint on the one-ways, somebody pulls up and parks, because right now, I can park on this side of the street because it's these hours. Then they come out 2 hours later, now it's a two-way again, and they're parked the wrong way, they're coming and people get confused. I almost would prefer to do it
The whole
constant.
day? For the whole day?
There's a lot of elderly down there, there's a lot of traffic down there, but I can go with the times too, I'm very happy with either one. I don't know if you have a feeling one way or the other?
I made it similar to the other one-ways that are near all the schools. The way I had set them up originally was at the 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, splits the time of arrival and dismissal right in half. So that's the way the rest of the schools are set up, so I set it up that way, but.
The only difference there is a lot of the elderly are complaining there's so much traffic that crossing even like that little section when they're walking down the street on Pleasant, that little section, cars are coming, they gotta watch all the ways. And down definitely by the corner, that intersection we've already addressed is a hazard. I don't know if it would be easier for the elderly if they're only going this way and not coming at them this way and that way. But again, I'm fine with what it is too, but I do see we have constant issues with the parking of cars. People call up and say it's wrong direction, but the car was probably parked there when it was correct direction.
Well, I'll make a motion, we put it down 885 for a public hearing.
Which way?
Advertise.
For timings or,
For the times, I like the times.
Okay.
Yes, we can always change it later on if.
Yeah, if it gets jammed up.
turns in-
No,
There's a motion made, is there a second?
Yeah, Bob.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to set down for a public hearing, number 885 Bond Street, establishing the one-way between those times of 7:15, 8:15, 1:15, 2:15. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? And it's a vote.
Can I make a motion to do the same thing for Church Street?
Well, I was just gonna say.
We should have took them
Yeah,
together. Second?
Yeah, I'll second that.
All right, 886 Church Street, established one-way on Church Street from the intersection of Bond Street to the intersection of Neptune Boulevard from the same time, 7:15, 8:15, and 1:15 to 2:15 in the afternoon with a do not enter sign at the intersection of Church Street and Neptune Boulevard.
Motion made,
Motion
seconded.
made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? And it's a vote. We'll set that down for a public hearing, too. Number 887, Market Square, established no U-turn for vehicles traveling westbound, wanting to make a U-turn to eastbound at the end of the island in Market Square by Center Street and Elm Street.
If somebody wants to look at it, we do have a map here.
That's where the bank used to be, right there, right?
Yep,
Yep.
right before the old security.
Again, that was a petition that was brought to my attention. The person was concerned about the crosswalk that's on the end of that island. And as people make the U-turn to come back around, they're watching for cars coming out of Center or Elm Street, or even coming up from the Rotary, and they're not paying attention to the crosswalk, so.
And they could go around the rotary and come back if they were looking to go the other side.
Right.
Or if they were going, changing direction, they could go right down here and go down Elm
south
Street.
and then down Elm,
Yep.
yeah.
So what are the wishes?
I'll make a motion that we set down number 887 for a public hearing.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded to set down number 887 Market Square for a public hearing establishing a no U-turn on the end of that island by Center Street and Elm Street. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? And it's a vote. Number 888 Mountain Ave, to change the no parking anytime signs on the northeast side of Mountain Ave to resident parking only.
Is that going up the street on the right side, northeast?
Going up, it would be on the left,
Oh, okay.
where the houses are.
Oh, okay.
On the right-hand side is
The Abbott House, right?
the Abbott House, yeah. So it would be on the left-hand side where the
Okay.
residents are.
And there are no parking signs on that side.
Right now, there's no
Already, yeah.
parking anytime.
Yeah.
Why was it no parking anytime?
That, I do not know.
It could have been the fire department request because the road's narrow, the hill, there's a million reasons. Do we send it to the fire department to make sure they don't have an issue, or
That's,
We could do that.
Hmm.
yeah, see what they think.
Yeah.
make a motion to send to the fire department?
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded to refer to the fire department for their opinion on the parking issue up there. All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Those opposed? And it's a vote.
Mr. Chairman, under new business, how would you word the registration thing to change it to 100?
Increase the amount of the fine on the parking tickets
Yeah, for,
for unregistered. to go from, I don't know what section of the parking ticket book it's in, but.
It would be section D, but are we doing all registrations to the 100, or are we doing just the ones that are incorrectly registered?
You mean without the sticker in the plate?
No, this also, if you had a truck that had a plow on it and lettering, by law, it's a $100 ticket. If you put a passenger plate on it, you have a
Oh, okay.
sanding bed in the back, if you have a plow in the front.
Oh,
You're improperly registering the vehicle.
And we're starting to get tons of calls on those types of vehicles in the city.
okay.
I would think it would end up being the same as just leaving an unregistered vehicle out in the street, wouldn't you,
So just change the unregistered to 100.
to 100,
I'd like to set that down for a public hearing.
right?
You don't tow them?
Huh?
You don't tow
We
them?
can. You can,
You can tow an unregistered motor vehicle off the street. Usually, they'll just ticket it or, you know.
Okay.
I'll
Right,
second
motion
that. I'll second
made
that motion.
And seconded to increase the fine on a parking ticket from $50 to $100 for an unregistered vehicle on a public
Section D.
way. All right, we're gonna set that down for a public hearing. All those in favor?
aye.
All right.
Those opposed? And it's a vote.
Old business.
Anyone want to take anything off the table as far as old business, or we just?
Motion to adjourn?
Good for that. No.
I thought you,
What?
We're not dealing with 879
875?
right now, right? I'm good.
Oh, yes. I make a motion to take 875 off the table. Thank you, Ned.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded to take number 875 off the table. That's to rescind no parking within 3 feet of a driveway and establish no parking within 1.5 feet of a driveway. Now that we've taken it off the table, what are your wishes?
Again, I still think the 1.5, which I said when we originally set it down for a hearing, is too much. We've always just enforced right to the curb, and I understand there are situations where there are gonna be a problem here and there, but we can address that through the board on an individual basis. But even if you take 1.5 feet, that's 3 feet away from some of these streets, you have some wards here that are gonna be
Limiting.
impossible.
Right.
We've always enforced up to the curb
Curb.
cut, you know, ourselves too. So you want to make a motion? for
I
put
make a
down for
motion.
Public hearing and,
We already had the public hearing, I believe we tabled it, so all we have to do is take a vote. That was tabled from a public hearing.
I think it was tabled from new business, but I could be wrong.
I believe that was tabled from a thing, because that night of the hearing, I actually decided to table it.
Oh, could be.
Yeah, if you could, I could be wrong, I'm getting, I hate to say that word, but I'm getting older.
The big book with me with it has all the minutes and from the previous, things like that. I don't.
All right. Well, you believe it was already at a public hearing and we tabled it at
I'd like
that
to make a
point?
motion to do it at the curb cut, or advertise if it's necessary.
I would think we can advertise it and just,
I believe it was advertised.
was it?
Yep.
Yeah, a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did have the
We did
meeting, and then at the
advertise,
meeting, I
yeah.
actually tabled it, because I was thinking we were gonna do
I remember you
December?
put it out, we were supposed to put it out in 1 month, we missed it, so we put,
it.
then
Put
we
it the
missed it.
second meeting,
What's the second meeting?
Yeah.
All right.
and I tabled it at that meeting.
All right, so your motion then is to just establish no parking.
To the curb.
This is
In front.
January. This is January, it's not on there.
Not in January?
But
I think it was the month before.
December.
Yeah. So first of all, the motion would be to rescind the no parking within 3 feet of a driveway.
It's been on since, what's the date here, since January. Put it in December, since on January's meeting, May 10th. I can't read, I get my glasses.
I would take it piecemeal, like I said, first motion would be to rescind no parking within 3 feet of a driveway. Do I have a second on that? Motion made and seconded to rescind the no parking within 3 feet of a driveway. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Vote. And then would you be making the second motion?
If that motion was not appropriate to advertise.
But I mean, up to, now we have nothing.
Okay.
Well, you want to make a motion to, that there's no parking
To the curb cut,
in front of a driveway to the curb cut?
correct.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And it's a vote. And that will be pending double checking on the.
And then if not, we can advertise it.
We can advertise.
Okay.
Okay.
But I think you'll be right that that was advertised. I know it was
Yeah, I remember we
advertised,
talked about it.
because I remember I walked in and I was surprised.
No one wants to do anything with the other two, we'll just leave them on the table then,
Yeah.
and I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
I'll second that motion.
I'll make it.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.